It's time for a new build video. Well, it's been about a month since I last did a build video, and I think I need to start doing them again. I need to be a bit more consistent in my postings. This build is going to be a bit different because I'm going to be building with pretty much all new parts, so you can see right here. Let me go ahead and show you what I got, and let's get started with the build. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and start off with the processor. This is an old, tried and true, trusted processor. It's an AMD Ryzen 5 3600. 6 cores, 12 threads, works great, overclocks well. That's my processor. Nothing more than that. I'm going to go ahead and put it in this Asrock B450M Pro 4 motherboard. I like this motherboard because it has the RGB headers on it, and for the price I paid for it, and for the price that I paid for the bundle deal with the processor and the motherboard, it was a really good deal. For memory, I have this G-Scale 16GB kit, 3000 megahertz. Yeah, it's not the best out there, but for this Ryzen chip, it's more than enough. For the power supply, I'm going to be using something a little bit new. I have never used this brand before. This is a Red Dragon fully modular 80+ bronze power supply. Micro Center started selling these a while back, and I'm interested in seeing how well it performs. This is a fully modular unit. Skipping ahead, I'm going to be using this inland 500GB SSD. I'm starting to use just SSDs in my build. I'm getting a little bit tired of using the SSD hard drive combination. For lower end systems, I'm going to keep doing that, but for a system like this with the Ryzen processor and the graphics card I'm going to be using, this is a much better deal. Of course, graphics card, big boy. I managed to pick this up. I wasn't planning to. Right here is an EVGA RTX 3060 Ti. I picked this up without even planning to get it because it just happened to be in stock. Coming in at around $459. This is the newest entry-level GPU from NVIDIA. Paired with the Ryzen processor, this should be a really good entry-level RTX system, and I expect the performance to be quite good. Of course, for a case, I'm using my old trusty Lian 205M. I believe this is the black edition case. I've used this case in plenty of builds. You've seen it before. Here it is again. What's different are the fans. I'm adding in some RGB bling. This is an ARGB kit that has the ARGB hub and the fan hub as well. It's 5 fans that should cover every fan mounting point in the case. I plan on using just the stock cooler for this build, so this is going to be my only source for RGB bling, and I think this is going to turn out very well. So these are all the parts. Let's get started.
finished the system last night and I spent all morning doing benchmarks. Boy oh howdy, this system actually performs a lot better than I expected. For a lot of the more popular esports titles, I was getting well over 100, closer to 200 frames per second. And in the case of games like CSGO, you're getting around 400 frames per second at 1080p on max settings. Fortnite, I was getting close to 200 frames per second on max settings with DLSS performance mode on Epic and everything, and that looked phenomenal. For the AAA games, solid 60 frames per second. For Shadow of the Tomb Raider, solid 60 frames per second you're getting on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and considering how poorly optimized that game is, that is just fantastic. I really like the aesthetics of the system and how it came out. The 5 RGB fans look absolutely phenomenal. Now, of course, the big thing for a lot of these parts is availability. It is kind of hard to find the graphics cards, in particular for this system. I was lucky. I walked into Micro Center and happened to just pick one up when I was there for a solid state drive, so your mileage may vary. As always, I'll go ahead and put links to the system down below. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a comment. Until next time.